It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 116. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host Noelle Herzog.
Hi, hello.
Hi, we're here to talk about 90 Day Fiance Season 8, Episode 18, The Tell-All, Part 1.
I hope there's only 2 parts. Sometimes they make 3.
I wish there was less parts. I wish there was one tell-all and they edited out all the things that should have been edited out, like okay, guys, quiet on set.
Right. Or, okay, what 90 Day Fiance needs to edit out all the time is what's coming on after the break.
Stop it. Stop doing that because you do it. It's to kill time. They do it for like 5 minutes.
You're waste my time. You are.
It's like, okay, do you remember the time Colt puked? Well, obviously you remember.
They wouldn't stop showing it.
They wouldn't stop airing it. I mean, it was like next week on 90 Day Fiance, Colt's gonna puke.
Yeah.
And then it's like coming up on this week's of 90 Day Fiance, Colt's gonna puke. And then they're like coming up on the next commercial, after the next commercial break, Colt's gonna puke. And then they're like, what happened on the last segment was that Colt puked. And then they're like, all right, let's recap what happened on this thing. Colt puked.
Right.
And then the next week they're like, last week on 90 Day Fiance.
It's very annoying. And it's like the show would be shorter without it. So like, why can't we just have a shorter show?
I don't know why they continue to lengthen these things for no reason.
It's honestly, especially the tell-alls, though. This didn't need to be an hour and a half or 2 hours, however long it was. Yeah, that's dumb.
Dragging it out.
Tracey, I'm ready for a new season, but I don't want Ronald and Tiffany to be on it.
I'm ready for a new season. I don't want Libby and Andre to be on it.
Me too. But also, I think Julia and Brandon are on it too, which I don't like because I don't like them.
Right. But also, what's happening with them?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh,
now she wants a pretend baby in the cricket den or something. I don't know.
All right, let's start. So it's again with the behind the scenes stuff.
Yes.
Oh, actually, before we start,
yeah,
that was a rewind. Some housekeeping. Not a crazy amount of housekeeping, just a little bit.
Okay.
A lot of people have been asking, where can we have more Tracey and Noelle? And the answer to that is Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast. You get, man, Noelle, how many bonus episodes do we have? Like over 200.
Yeah, because of BS, there's like 153 at least.
Okay, so we do a podcast called BS.
Right.
And that's just Noelle and I. And then we also do unexpected trash talk. And then we do one-offs. We do all of these other things. And also, we did 2 live podcasts during this pandemic.
Yes.
For Darcy and Stacey. So we covered the entire season of Darcy and Stacey in 2 parts on a live podcast. And those videos are both for sale. And I'll put them up in our Facebook group, which is 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. Also, just a little thing. I've been going live with John Yates on his YouTube channel. And we've discussed tons of 90 Day Fiance content. We talked about Devin from 90 Day Fiance doing a podcast with Janelle Evans. We talked about Pow, now from 90 Day Fiance as well.
Wrestling, right?
A wrestler.
We talked about Rebecca's
hair. So go over to John Yates's YouTube channel and oh my God, the videos are hilarious.
John also makes me LOL all the time.
I gotta tell you, when we're when we're chatting, obviously, listen, Noelle, you'll always be my first love.
Yes.
But John makes me laugh.
No, hard. I know. I love him all the way. Yes.
Same. So guys, go over there and check that out. Okay. So again, with the behind the scenes, it's almost like they're saving money by not paying an editor to actually edit this to make it look like a show.
But that's what I mean. Why are you doing this? I don't need to see them walking in.
I do. No, I'm kidding.
Right? Why?
So Julia and Brandon arrive and she loves the studio because it's different from the farm.
I mean, that I can understand, but I'm so turned off to her. She is 100%. She's like the cult, this tell-all. Like she won't shut up and stop interjecting herself. Right.
She will not shut up. So now also Rebecca shows up. I don't know what's going on with Rebecca, but she has a larger chest, right?
Right.
And the thing about having a larger chest is that a lot of shirts, especially if they're like a button down or a crisscross, like they don't lay properly.
Agreed.
Even if they fit you, they don't lay properly. And Rebecca will not accept this.
Yes. She thinks she's what is it? A what to the rule? An exception to the rule?
Yes, she's not. She's not an exception to the rule. She is pinning her tops again. So she's pitting this yellow top. And I'm like, Rebecca, I want better for you.
I do like her leather skirt though. That's cool.
Okay.
I think that's super cute. When she's actually on stage, you don't like it.
Okay. Moving forward. Okay. Julia says that Mike and Natalie's relationship is fake.
Julia, shut up. Shut up. She's like the annoying kid. Shut up.
She really is. So Andrew also walks in. He thinks that he's auditioning for a big and tall runway show. He thinks that he's going to be the next model for Shaquille O'Neal's new line of men's suits.
It's crazy because I forgot he was there. He didn't say one word throughout the whole thing. Him and Hazel just didn't speak. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, he shouldn't speak.
Well, I just don't even want him there, right? Like, who cares?
I'm glad that he didn't speak, but what are you wearing, sir?
He thinks he is Mr. Steal Your Girl. That's what he really does. And he is not.
Natalie has pounded the pudding on her lips.
She looked nice, though. I feel like she didn't look bad.
Well, they came separate. That's what happens.
I'm shocked.
And then obviously they come in separate and then she storms off. She likes a good storm off.
She's very you. She is. You like a good dramatic ending to things.
I do less storming off as I get older, though. I got to tell you.
You're not kidding. You haven't stormed. Well, we can't go anywhere, but you haven't stormed out of anywhere in a long time.
We can't go anywhere. It's true, though. I mean, where am I going? I can't storm. Like, where am I going to storm out of my living room into the bedroom?
But that's what I mean. I haven't seen you storm, but it's like, where have we gone? Whole Foods? Listen, yeah, I haven't seen you storm out of Whole Foods in a while.
Or Trader Joe's. Oh, man. No, I would never storm out of Whole Foods. That's not nice. So apparently Rebecca shared something on social media that got Natalie mad, and then Natalie makes a friendly threat.
I know. I like that. She's like, she will attack back.
I know, but she does it while she's smiling. Also, I feel like everything gets Natalie mad.
Okay, you're right. She's always looking for an argument, but I did notice she compliments a lot too, though. She tells everybody how pretty they look. Yeah, which I like.
Okay, can I tell you something? Natalie reminds me a lot of like people that work like nail ladies, waxers, like all different kinds of like beauty people,
sure.
right? Because they will say everything that's on their mind, whether it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
No filter.
Tracey, when I bartended, I used to have a lot of women like Natalie come in, and they would just be like, you are so pretty. Like, what beautiful eyes you have. If you would just do your makeup right, you would look even better. And it's like, oh, yes.
It's almost
thanks for the weird compliment. And I'm ugly at the same time.
Right. Okay. Like when you're getting your eyebrows done and they're like, wow, your eyebrows are beautiful. Would you like me to wax your mustache?
Which is the story of my life. And I'm like, I shave actually.
I freshly shaved my mustache. So I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I have a fresh Bic in my shower. Thank you.
So yeah, I feel like a lot of backhanded compliments, a lot of no filter.
Yes.
Now, Tariq and Hazel, they're on the split screen and they're screen and they're in separate rooms. Now, the funny thing about this is they make it like they're fighting.
Right.
But I think Hazel has COVID.
Right. And he's probably worried about him or Ari. Is that his daughter's name? Ari getting exposed to it. That's all.
Right. But I like how they're like, ooh,
I know.
And Hazel on separate screens. Like, why
is Minty still a thing? She's going to be on next. Come on.
Because they have no storyline. Mm-hmm. Now, no Stephanie and Ryan because Stephanie threatened to sue the production company.
Listen, I watched her live, so you don't have to.
Thank you so much because Noelle sends me this thing on Instagram and it's Stephanie sitting in the most voluminous pigtails I've ever seen in my life. With her personal trainer as her co-host of it.
Oh, but she adds so many characters.
Oh, I didn't. So I only watched like the first few minutes, and I'm like, the funny thing about Stephanie is like, how come your only friends are the people that pay work for services?
Mm-hmm. She says she hired just 4 people to do her Instagram. So she never reads any comments. The 4 other people do. So you're not affecting her. She needed 4 people. She hired 4 separate ones.
How many followers does she think she has?
I don't, but that's what I mean. They say they've never ever seen her drunk before. That's just not who she is.
Okay, well,
she
guess
does
what?
not drink.
I have seen her drunk and I barely know her. I've met her 0 times in real life and I've seen her drunk.
Right. She says the whole thing was a lie. Her and Ryan broke up weeks before she even filmed. She decided to still film because she thought it'd be good for her business.
Okay. How'd that go?
Right. Her and Harris were never a thing. They just did that because her and Ryan were really broken up. She's basically, there was a TV show, The Hills, that I love very much. Yeah. And now the entire cast says the whole thing was scripted. That's because they're embarrassed because they all banged each other and did dumb things. So now I think she's embarrassed and she's like, no, it was a lie. It was scripted. I didn't even do that shit. And it's like, you're lying.
Well, I mean, listen, some of it could have been scripted. I
know, but listen, you were drunk. You just were.
No,
you know what I mean?
Listen. She could have been broken up with Ryan. She could.
You also slobbed Harris's knob. You did. You just did.
Okay, but also, I would like to take this time to say that most of my teenage years and well into my 20s was scripted.
Okay, but honestly, same.
Okay, good.
My virginity was scripted.
Okay, no, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about who I am as a person. It was all scripted.
That was all scripted. Okay, so just your whole life up until now?
Yeah, I just went off book. This is now we're doing just like this is now a reality show. Before it was a scripted show. Okay. I fired all 4 of my writers.
Did they do your social media too?
No, I do my own social media. Come on, I'm not crazy.
She is crazy.
She's absolutely insane. So Amira is there from France. Amira looks crazier than ever.
What the hell happened to her?
She is unhinged.
She, he's disgusting, but she's not well.
She's not okay. Okay, so now we find out Tariq and Hazel are actually on separate screens because they're exposed. And Hazel's like, yeah, I just have a cold. Okay, I'm pretty sure you have COVID. Okay, next.
Right, because they were exposed to someone with COVID.
You were exposed to someone with COVID and now all of a sudden you have a cold?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would say you have COVID.
Yara looks better than ever.
Tracey, her hair is what I'm going to do to my hair.
Okay. So finally, I feel like she heard us.
Yes, she did.
And we were like, Yara, the extensions.
Mm-hmm.
The extensions, Yara. What are we doing? If you can't get extensions that I can't tell are extensions, you shouldn't get extensions.
No, but even her color, it's a little darker.
She looks good.
She slowed down on the lip fillers, like everything. She looks unreal. But I've always thought she was pretty.
Yeah. No,
but
same.
I also like Yovi Hovey Blovey.
Yeah. Well, Blovey is a very good dad, she said. And Yara is funny because I got to tell you, I think that ever since Yara had the baby, I think that her hormones are a little out of whack.
She won't stop crying.
She can't stop crying. She cries when it's happy. She cries when it's sad. And I'm like, I hear you.
No, I do too, though. I cried last night. I don't even know why. I just cried.
No, I'm a competitive crier. I've won awards.
No, Matt got drunk last night, started crying. And then I was like, should I cry? I don't even know why he's crying. Yeah. But like, he was crying because like, he had no more mozzarella sticks or whatever.
Okay, well, honestly. And then you cried for the same exact reason. And
it's like, but you ate them all. I don't even have any. And then we just cried and cried.
But you genuinely cried over the mozzarella sticks.
I'll always cry. I'll always cry over mozz sticks.
Julia said that there's even more rules now that they're married on the farm.
But like what? What are the rules?
Can you move?
But that's also shut up.
How much could a house possibly or an apartment possibly cost in rural Virginia?
But that's what I mean. I don't know. You can't tell me you're that broke because he works
that's
lot.
What I'm saying. Like he works. You're getting paid by the show.
They don't pay rent.
This is ridiculous.
Right.
Now, Andrew and Amira have not spoke.
Right. He's healing.
He's healing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it almost looks like the stage is healing because the rugs are everywhere. They're like band-aids for the set.
So the thing is, everybody keeps saying this. You know what's crazy is I watched this whole thing and I did not notice the rugs.
I couldn't not. So here's the thing, right? Like a lot of these sets, and especially TLC does this. They do it for the Unexpected Reunion. They do it for all the 90 Day Fiance things, right? Whoever their set designers are, they love a good layered rug.
Okay.
These rugs aren't even the usual layered rugs. These are just a bunch of rugs that they had like in storage.
Right.
And they were like, you know what? I can't decide which one. Put them all out.
But what do you mean layered rug?
Okay. So it's like, there is a square area rug. There's a round area rug. There's a rectangle area rug.
Sure.
And they're all like a little bit overlapped.
Gross. My brain would explode. I'm glad that I didn't see that. Okay.
So sometimes they do like 2, and this was like 100.
I hate that.
Natalie is not well either. All she does is give Mike dirty looks.
She's very unhappy. Actually, I had a listener message me and say that Natalie's in Florida now. She's living in Florida now.
Well, she is not well. So Natalie said that 1 out of 10, her relationship's a 6. Mike says a 7. And she's also not wearing her ring because she didn't want it to get stolen.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Natalie honestly just looks more insane than ever.
Okay. I empathize with her because I have been a woman on the receiving end of that type of a relationship where suddenly the gross guy has the control and he's gaslighting you and giving you a nervous breakdown. And I think that her brain is just broken right now. I think it was kind of like, how did I get here?
I don't know.
How did I get here?
She just looks crazy. She only looks at Mike. She's just staring at Mike the whole time. And she won't say why they came separate. And it's just so funny the things that she chooses to share and not. And the way that she's so good at boundaries and then so bad at boundaries.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Rebecca also looks not okay.
Rebecca doesn't look well. No.
He said, Mike said that he wasn't ready to get married, by the way.
He wasn't ready that exact day.
Right. But like 2 days later, he was very ready. So Natalie's super upset watching the video. And Tariq
I like that Tariq calls him selfish.
Yes, he calls him selfish. And Mike said that Natalie accused him of cheating the night before because he disappeared the night before. Okay, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he cheated or he didn't cheat, but like, how is that like reaching? You leave in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he's shady.
And then you come back and you say that you didn't.
Right. Like, you can't believe that she's upset by it.
Right. And also you would say also now we're not getting married.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what happened to him, but rewatching this and like seeing her reactions and her crying and stuff, like I think that was a little much. I don't think they needed to show all of that. I just feel like that was very upsetting.
Yeah, but this entire reunion so far is trying to upset everyone.
Okay, but they upset me in the process. Like this was they're showing the lowest of lows from the season.
So he disappears and Tamra says maybe he went and had a bachelor party. I don't know.
In the woods.
But the funny thing is like, and then Mike just keeps repeating, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
But then Tamra goes, but he doesn't have any friends. Like he doesn't know anybody around.
Right.
It's like, what?
It's very weird. So Jovi Hovi Yovi says, how would you feel if she did this to you?
Right.
And just like left in the middle of the night. Yovi and Yara are the only people that have like any kind of sense.
They're of sound mind.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. When you have lucid thoughts.
Yes.
You really want to capture them. That's what you want to do because there are so many stories about our lives that we do not remember correctly. And that's why we should write them down. If there has ever been a year to make the moms in your life feel loved and appreciated on Mother's Day, it's this one. Because listen, you're honoring your mother-in-law.
Yes.
And you gave her a heartfelt, sentimental gift that the whole family can cherish together forever. Story worth.
My mother-in-law loves it too.
Storyworth is an online service that helps your mom, grandmother, mother-in-law, and every mother figure in your life share stories throughout thought-provoking questions about their memories and personal thoughts. It's a fun new way to engage with them, especially if you can't be together in person. You're getting one for your mom for Mother's Day, right?
I'm going to get one for my mother for Mother's Day. I got one for my mother-in-law for her birthday.
That's so nice.
I love it. I learned so much about her.
Right. So every week Storyworth emails your mom a different story prompt, questions you've never thought to ask. Like what's some of the best advice your mother ever gave you? And if you could choose any talents to have, what would they be? Like things like that. And they prompt them. And then it makes this entire story. Storyworth has helped numerous families learn about each other in profound, special ways. And their testimonials will practically move you to tears.
I love it. I've learned so much about my mother-in-law that I never knew. And my husband's learning things too.
Well, guess what? After 1 year, Storyworth will compile all your mom's stories, including photos, into a beautiful keepsake book that's shipped for free.
I can't wait to get that from my mother.
Right?
I'm really looking forward to that. Yes.
This is so exciting. The story of Andrea.
Yes. So nice.
Give your mom the most meaningful gift this Mother's Day with Storyworth. Get started right away with no shipping required by going to storyworth.com/90dayfiance. You'll get $10 off your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/90dayfiance for $10 off.
Awesome.
Well, speaking of moms, Yara is very emotional about the struggle that she's gone through with Hovey not being there.
Right.
And also her mom being so far and not getting to meet the baby.
That would wear on me emotionally too, because I'm sure she feels alone sometimes.
Well, her mom's trying to get a visa. And now Sean's like, okay, great. That's so good. You're really upset. Let's show footage of the bachelor party.
Yeah, let's show footage of Hovey blowy getting a blowy.
And now she's upset and she cries. And then he's like, yeah, I got a lap dance. I mean, honestly.
But why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? But also, why are we surprised at this?
But also, like, why do we care? So what?
I know.
So what?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think Yara cares. I think she's very emotional.
So do I. I think she's also upset because she didn't know about it.
Yeah, and she's embarrassed now.
Of course, I'd cry too. If I was embarrassed like that, I'd cry. But I don't think she shouldn't care. Who cares?
I don't think she does. So Tariq explains what happens.
He was funny.
Yeah, he's very funny. So Rebecca's face is appalled.
This whole episode, she is appalled.
They just pan over her and she's like, and then Julia's like, yeah, no, that's totally okay. Just my husband wouldn't be allowed to do that, but it's fine for your husband.
Right. But it's okay.
How cute are Yara's earrings?
She has like the cuff earring.
Yeah, it's like almost like a crawler.
Yeah, I love it. But she only has it on one ear, which I even liked even better.
Yeah, I like it. Also, Sean is like really trying to make Yara upset.
Sean tries to make everyone upset.
I know. What is with you, Sean?
Yeah, Rebecca, Sean, you're losing me.
Now Rebecca asks, now this is Rebecca's turn and she says, if the tables were turned, how would you feel? And Jovi is like, oh, I would not feel good. And then they're like, oh, speaking of strippers, let's get Gwen on the line. Jovi's mom.
She is Team Yara though.
Isn't that nice? Yeah. Also, they lived together for like a year. So, I mean.
No, I love it. I think that it's so crazy the way things have turned. Because in the beginning, she was so
she made
not
bad
interested.
Fish stew.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. What did you make? Etouffee or whatever? Yeah.
So now we go to a clip of 90 Day Bears All. Like, I don't understand what the point of this is.
They give them a lie detector. They're not even admissible in court.
They give him a lie detector test. What are you, Team Jovi?
I like Jovi a lot. I always have.
He's not so bad, but also he does love a good nude T-shirt.
Yeah.
He's wearing two different kinds. So now in the 90 Day Bears All, you see him in a nude T-shirt, and turns out that the guy that spends 8 days a week in a strip club has slept with a stripper. Isn't that crazy?
No way.
Yeah. So they're like, Yara, are you upset? And she's like, well, I mean, it was before.
Right.
He knew me.
Are you sure, Yara? Are you sure you're not upset?
They're like, yeah, but just think about that.
Right.
Think about like how he thought you were like she was prettier than you.
Why would you do that?
So he apologizes, and Julia cannot believe that he would sleep with a stripper. Okay, so Julia, which is it? Is it okay or is it not okay?
Right. I thought it was no big deal.
Julia is slut shaming Julia's everything shaming everyone.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested in her.
All right. Well, guess what? Let's move on to Julia and Brandon because Brandon.
I can't wait.
So they're talking about how they have to live with his family, and Brandon's like, actually, I showed her apartments, and Julia did not want these apartments because this is what I could afford, and she didn't want that. And it's like, oh, so your other choice was to live in your parents' bathroom together?
The thing is, she made it like it was all him. I love that everyone was like, oh, yes. She said you ain't got no nipples, like Kevin Hart.
Oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. Oh my God.
That's the best comedy I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow. You're a simple lady. Betty and Ron.
Yes.
Do they look alike?
Yes.
Okay. Like
yes, I love that she had on like her earrings, everything. Like she was ready.
She was ready with her
also, she's in a hotel.
Well, maybe because they don't get any service,
I guess because Gwen was in a hotel. I was thinking Gwen was babysitting.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe Betty and Ron had to watch all the dogs in
cages. Sit. Okay.
So they look so much alike to me now. I don't know if it's because Brandon looks like both of them equally.
Yeah, he does.
He looks exactly like his mom and exactly like his dad, and it's very confusing to me. And I almost thought that they were going to be like, Betty and Ron have a big secret to tell. They're brother and sister.
No way. They were on Twitter. They were calling Brandon alfalfa constantly. I was LOLing. I think he looks like Howdy Doody.
He does. He really does. Or Alfred E. Newman.
Or the kid from the Mad Magazine cover.
Yeah, Alfred E. Newman.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh my God. We're like the same person, but yes, you're smarter.
Noelle, very accurate. So now Julia's like talking about how, she was a dancer.
Right.
And people used to slut shame her and say that she was a stripper, but apparently like she was like an actual dancer,
like a go-go dancer.
Right. But like, I think that a step further than that, she said she was like a competitive dancer and blah, blah, blah. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the videos that they ever showed us, she was a go-go dancer, but maybe she also did competitive dancing.
But I gotta tell you, a lot of go-go dancers, I do know some dancers, and a lot of go-go dancers are like ballerinas or like ballroom.
Really?
Yeah, of course. If you're a dancer and that's like a profitable thing to do, why wouldn't you do that?
Do you know the whole time I was waiting for her to start dancing, and like that's all I wanted was for her to start dancing?
Julia.
Hit
it. Okay,
right.
So now Natalie has a hot take.
Well, Natalie thinks she's very talented.
Natalie thinks that dancing is a talent. That's a hot take. What? Dancing a talent? It's almost like they should have a TV show about it.
With the stars.
Yara said that she needs a work visa to work on the farm. I like how Yara wants Julia to just lay in bed like a vegetable.
I know, right? Like, why are you even doing this? But you know what? She is like you. If you're going to do the work, you might as well get paid for it.
Absolutely. And then Julia says she hates sheep. She hates goats. She hates pigs. I like how specific she was. And you know what? I hope that farm wasn't watching the show, because a lot of things are going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, I would be upset. The Bulls are going to be very upset by this.
Well, the Chicago Bulls or the Bulls on the farm?
No, the Bulls on the farm.
Okay. Yara said that Julia was way too nice for helping Brandon do his chores.
I like that she's like, you're not a boss. You work for free.
Well, Natalie said that she should not have done the work. I like how every woman is like, don't do anything. Just lay down, lay on the floor.
Right. Because if you're just going to complain about it the whole time, then don't do it.
Well, now Yara and Julia are fighting about the animal chores.
Yes.
And then Andrew, they pan over to Andrew, and Andrew just says, yeah.
That's the only thing he said the whole episode.
They probably edited that in too.
Yes.
That now we go over to the birth control drama.
So stupid.
Betty said that she wanted to give her options. And then Mike gives a very good lesson about the birds and the bees.
He said they know where to stick things.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you say? What goes in has to come out?
Yes, he goes, what goes in's got to come out. I mean, and it's like, oh, Mike, I don't know who taught you anything.
That's where these pearls of wisdom come from him.
I think Uncle Bo taught him a lot about the birds and the bees. And Tariq said that Betty overstepped because she did not ask her to make a doctor's appointment.
I get it, but I don't know. I don't think it was so bad. I really don't.
No, but they definitely made it like a thing. Also,
of course,
Julia's like, I don't want birth control because I know a friend that had birth control and couldn't have a kid. Julia, maybe you do need to talk to a doctor.
It sounds like a chain letter I got when I was in school.
Wait, did you forward it to 7 people?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm still alive. Yep. Because it was supposed to be 8 people.
It's like, Julia.
I
don't think you have all the facts.
Mm-mm.
Well, Yara's like, yeah, well, you need birth control. If you don't want a kid, then you need birth control.
I mean, she's not wrong.
No, not at all.
And Julia's like, well, you have a kid and like you were, and she was like, but I was ready for it.
Yeah. She's like, no, I said I wanted a kid.
Yeah.
And you said that you can't even take care of your dog.
Right.
I don't understand why they needed to live in their parents' house when there are so many solutions for any kind of like financial burdens.
No, I totally agree.
Because when it comes to paying off debt, it can feel like an uphill battle. High interest rates resulting in minimum monthly payments keep you in an endless cycle of debt. And that's probably what Brandon is doing, is paying off his debt. Because do you remember they took all those trips and he said that he was in a lot of debt.
Right. And he can't save any money.
Yep. Well, Upstart can help you get ahead. Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your debt with personal loan, all online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to give simple, fixed monthly payments.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's unlike other lenders. Upstart looks at more than just your credit score, like your income, your employment history. So they could say, like, you know, they see that Brandon has been an exterminator for a very long time. They see that he makes some money. This means that they can offer smarter rates with trusted partners. And then there's a 5-minute online rate check, and you could see your rate up front for loans between $1,000 to $50,000.
Wow.
You can receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/90dayfiance. That's Upstart, UPSTART.com/90dayfiance. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided on your loan application. Go to upstart.com/90dayfiance.
What?
Well, Mike's mom and Tamra.
This was the highlight of everything for me.
Tamra looks like a different person.
Okay, I thought the same thing. I'm like, things are different here.
I'm like, did they just hire someone else from down the hill to say they were
I didn't think it was her. Right. I didn't think it was her.
So now we go back to, I don't know why we went back to them, but now we're back to them.
Right.
So she said, I never said anything about a bachelor party. Tamra, I think you did. I'm not saying that you said you definitely. But maybe he's having a bachelor party.
And Natalie's like, no, you did.
Right. And she's like, yeah, but I did, but still.
Yeah. And I was like, you're a bad neighbor. No, actually, she's a good neighbor.
Well, this is the moment where I realized that Andrew has gotten highlights in his hair.
Did he? I noticed it was lighter. I didn't know it was highlights.
He got highlights. He got some honey blonde highlights.
He reminds me so much of Colt with his over exaggerated mannerisms, like how Colt would do the glasses all the time. Yes.
Well, Trish isn't shocked at anything. She said she wasn't shocked that they were going to call off the wedding. Nothing. She said that they fight so much. And Mike called her days before the wedding and told her that he would call off the wedding and give her money for a plane ticket. And he's like, I did not say that. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think that Mike's telling the truth on this one.
So do I.
And I think that Trish has her timeline mixed up.
Yes.
Because she's saying a few days before the wedding, meaning the wedding that they actually had.
Yes. Right. So that's the right time.
Right. But she's kind of trying to make it like it was a few days before the first planned wedding. And that's what's going on. So
I do feel bad for Mike in this aspect with this part.
He's going to throw him to the bus on this. So he said no. And Trish said that it was days before the wedding. And it's like, yeah, it was when he sent her to Seattle.
Yep. Which would make perfect sense.
Which is days before the actual wedding that they went through to. And Trish said that it was a great idea that he was sending her away. And she was not happy that he changed his mind.
But also, Trish, not your business. Don't care. He's a grown ass man. He's already been married before. Like, go away.
Yeah, seriously, go away. Well, now we find out that Tamra said that Trish wanted her to object at the wedding.
What a betrayal, though. Like, what a betrayal. Yeah. I can't imagine if my mother did something like that. Like, I would not speak to her. Like, that's OD.
Mm-hmm. I mean, first the bangs and now this.
But that's what I'm saying. And the chin, it's just extending farther and farther.
I didn't even know. How can I look at anything but the bangs, Noelle? Please.
Also, what's with her service? Like, where does she live? I couldn't even, she was so pixelated. It was crazy.
Well, Natalie starts crying and Natalie's not talking to Mike on break. I got to tell you, she doesn't just not talk. She has to make sure that everyone knows that she's going to throw a tantrum.
Yes. But I love that they had these little school lunches.
I know, they were eating a box lunch outside.
Very cute.
All right. Now we move on to Rebecca and Zied. They have 21 years between them. And Yara and Sean say that they look good. Now, I got to tell you, when you look at them, it doesn't look like a mother and a son.
They don't look 21 year age difference at all. Like maybe a couple of years. Right. Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
She doesn't look bad.
Okay.
I've just seen her better.
Okay. Well, she got Botox. She got lip injections and
her skin looks good. Listen, her forehead all the way good.
Okay. Natalie was saying that she did her lips, but
they just kept going and going.
They OD'd on her lips.
I don't think Rebecca looks like she got her lips done though.
No, she doesn't. No. She does. Like if you look closely,
does she?
Yeah, it's like turned up.
That was Yara's problem. That's what was starting to happen with Yara.
Yes, that's the whole thing. So Zied said he loved the lip injections. He said, "I love this."
The macarona.
I love this.
So I love that he said he attacked her.
She also got a mini tummy tuck from her weight loss.
Okay. Right. So I guess she had skin, like extra skin. Mm-hmm. But what is that? So they laser it off?
No. She had a mini tummy tuck. I'm not sure, but she said that she had micro laser lipo. That's separate.
Right. I don't know what that is.
All of these things are like, I watch them a lot.
Of course you do.
On like YouTube and stuff, and they make me feel like I'm gonna faint.
I feel like I'm gonna faint thinking about it. Like my eyes are like dark on the sides right now.
I gotta tell you, I watch a lot of surgeries. Lipo is the one that like I can't like.
Why?
It's so vigorous.
Really? Oh yeah, no, it is. I've seen that. It's like
stick the thing in there and they're like going at it, and it flips me out.
Yeah.
So she said that she's down 2 pant sizes, and Natalie said that she wants to get her nose done, and Yara said that she had her nose done, she had her lips done, and Julia's judging. Who are you?
But that's also, are you perfect? Why don't you get a Crest white strip before you judge, Julia?
Burn. Julia is going crazy. And Yara said, it's just not your business. And to be honest with you, I agree with Yara so much. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's your body. You can do whatever you want with it. If something bothers you so much and you want to do it, then do it. Who cares? I understand that you're supposed to accept your body, and I do. I get it.
Sure. No, I do get it. Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to do whatever you want.
But it's your body, right? And as long as you're doing it for yourself, you can do anything you want. It's nobody's business what you have to live to please Julia.
Yeah, well, Julia says that she should go to the gym club and diet.
Also, the amount of hate they probably all get online is so hurtful. Yeah, it's like,
why are you doing this, Julia? Yara calls out Julia and said that she's judging.
She's right. I like Yara so much.
Yeah, because she's actually calling her out.
Yeah.
And, listen, she keeps pushing this gym club on everyone.
Yes.
And there are all different ways to get healthy. Think about everything that you've ever learned about getting healthy. There's a lot of contradictory information out there, and things like that old-fashioned food pyramid aren't much help. And that's what we were talking about on this. Like, even no matter what, like it is a struggle. It's not about what you just ate, but how you eat in general. And teaches you about eating, your cravings, and how to build new habits so you can ditch your misconceptions and get smart about food and the choices you make. This is based on psychology. Okay. Teaches you how to eat so you can accomplish your personal health goals and stick with them long term, because you don't need rules to lose weight. You need knowledge.
It's true.
It's so true. Noom's cognitive behavioral approach means that you're not just losing weight, you're building the habits you need to keep it off. Noom is forgiving because you're human. If you go off track today, you'll be back on track tomorrow. Everyone's busy, and that's why Noom doesn't demand much of your time. They ask for 10 minutes a day.
Which is so doable.
Yeah, I really like that they encourage you to eat more vegetables. I really do. It's,
Sure.
There's a science to getting healthier. It's called Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/trash talk. Learn how to eat again with Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/trash talk. Ready to learn how to live healthier? Sign up for Noom today at Noom.com/trash talk.
Awesome.
Well, Zied said that she looks younger, and he wanted her to look younger. Listen, here's the thing. They're using his language barrier.
Yeah. He doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's saying is wrong, or like how it's coming across.
Do you want her to look younger? He's like, yes, I love that.
Right. Meanwhile, he just thinks he's saying like, she looks great. And I love the way she looks. Right.
He said that she's more sexy. And Zied said that now that she got her stomach done, he wants to get his stomach done. And then Julia again suggests a gym club.
Shut up, Julia. Also, he can't stop eating pizza. I get it. I get it.
Same.
I do. I get it.
Well, Tiffany and Micah are on now, and Tiffany said that her mom does seem more confident now. Okay, what happened to Micah's hair? Something bad happened?
Something. He looks like a busted up Justin Timberlake. Like something bad happened to Justin.
Tiffany is a hairstylist. And I think she was playing a game in the pandemic.
So the other day, real quick, I found a picture. I found a picture of my dad. He had a perm.
Oh,
it was from like the 70s. And it's because both of his sisters were in hair school.
Yes.
And they used to experiment on him. And I was like showing Matt, we were LOLing. My dad had an afro. My dad's had everything. And I have all these different pictures of it. And that's because his sisters experimented on him when they were in school. And that's what I think happened.
Noelle. You used to hang out with people that own salons.
Random chunks of highlights.
I would get random chunks of. I would also get like, so the owner, we would be like hanging out in the salon at night when it was closed.
Yes.
The owner would be like, I just got this blue, green, and red dye. Just sit down for a little bit, Tracey. Let me just see how this comes out on you.
Oh my God. I remember he gave me star patterns of red in my hair, all over my hair. It was the craziest thing.
So I totally understand what's happening to Micah.
Those were fun times.
I know. Micah, you're going to be okay. So now we're going to talk about Hannah hitting on Zied. Hannah, if you don't remember, was Tiffany's friend.
Rebecca's so mad still.
Oh, she's so mad. Rebecca said that she was hitting on him, and she said you could tell in her face. And Tiffany had the best line of the whole show.
What'd she say?
That's just her face, Mom.
But the thing is, like, her daughter is her friend. If your own daughter is defending her, then because otherwise, if I thought one of my friends was hitting on my mother's man, I would fight my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, but also, what are we doing?
I stop. I know. But the thing is, Rebecca truly believes it.
But you can hit on my boyfriend.
She's crazy though. Rebecca's very self-conscious.
How would you feel if I was flirting with Matt?
I would LOL forever.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's your like, you have to understand that like Zied wouldn't cheat on you, or maybe he would, but like that's between you guys.
She doesn't feel confident. That's the problem.
Yes. So now Zied says a very misogynistic thing.
What did he say?
He's like, listen, I don't know. This girl's talking to me about how she has trucks. Like, I figured, it wouldn't be a woman that would help me. It would be her dad.
And it's like, okay.
I gotta tell you though, I kind of thought the same thing.
Yeah, me too. Because she said my family.
Right. She wasn't saying like, I personally own a trucking company.
Yes.
Would you like me to be a mover today?
Right. She said my family owns the trucks. Yeah.
Well, now Zied and her have a fight about I don't know what, because nothing is clear.
How did that start? Okay, I thought I missed something.
Okay, well, they got in a fight when they were out at the place that they got married at. And
yes.
they sleep outside on the porch.
Right.
All right, this is all I have.
Okay.
because she got naked in the hot tub and then he didn't get in to spite her. What?
Right.
I don't know what happened.
I like that everybody was like, maybe he's afraid of you.
But
I don't know what happened. Right. Okay. Something happened where like he made a comment about it being like a horror movie there. And I guess she got mad because they were getting married there. And it's like, how could you say where we're getting married?
But
it's
then
like
she
a
got
horror
naked and got in
movie?
the hot tub, and then
to entice him. I don't know. And then I don't know.
Well, Tiffany and Micah now approve of Zied, and they said, we definitely know he's doing it for the right reasons. And I kind of wish just at that moment they would have played the clip of Zied telling his family that this is a good opportunity for him and he's going to get a good job.
I know. But also, guess what, Tiffany? If you thought that, why were you busting Rebecca's chops on her wedding day about it not being for the right reasons?
Because it's not.
I don't know why I wrote no regrets like in We Are the Millers, but I wrote that. So I guess somebody said something about regrets.
Amira is on the screen and she looks insane.
Who looks crazier, her or Andrew? I don't even know.
Oh, it's her. It's her 100%.
But I'm saying like they're both unhinged.
Yeah, but she looks crazier.
Yeah, she will not let him control me anymore.
No more.
I can't do a French accent.
Yeah, that's good. They ask Andrew to leave and he gives a monologue. He stands up and he's like, good day, everyone. I would like to showcase my emotion from high to low.
And it's like, if you're going to leave, just leave already. Why are we doing this?
Because he had to do his monologue.
It's very annoying.
He said that he will go home.
Mm-hmm.
He gets up. Like he's going to shoot the place up.
Yeah.
And then he gets rage face. And I'm like, oh dear, this entire cast and crew are not long for this world.
No, definitely not.
He gives me strong school shooter vibes.
Oh, me too.
Bad. Just mass shooter vibes. If I went to a movie theater and he was in there, I would leave.
Yeah. He's very Columbine-esque.
Mm-hmm. It's not good. It's really not good. And now he's like demanding a ride back and he's going to leave. And it's like, listen, you got hair and makeup. Obviously, you got your highlights. I understand.
You have a 3-piece suit.
Right. But what are we doing here?
Right. Like, why are we doing this? I don't know. I want to see what happens next week, but then I don't want to see what happens the week after that. I want it to just be one and done.
I want to see what happens next week, and then I want it to stop. I just want it to stop. Okay?
Yeah.
I want it to be over with, and I want it to stop. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you want more of us, go over to patreon.com/trash talk podcast. And then also follow me and Noelle on Stereo. The Stereo app is amazing. We have over, 18 episodes. We have like 18 hours of content on there that you can't get anywhere else. And it's absolutely 100% free. Go to stereo.com/Tracey Carnazzo. The actual link is going to be down in the show notes. And also, I just want to remind everyone, a lot of people message us about our sponsors and they're like, what was that website? What was that coupon code?
Yes.
Everything is down in the show notes.
Notes.
Yeah, show notes. Everything is down there. So read our show notes. I also take a lot of time to write very hilarious descriptions.
I know you do.
Make sure you're reading the show notes.
You have to. Guys, they're very funny.
Okay, so you're going to follow us on Instagram, Stereo, and Twitter. I'm Tracey Carnazzo. Noelle is Noe Girl. Sorry.
Noe Girl.
Noe Girl. And then also, you could follow the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And check out the YouTube videos on John Yates's YouTube channel. Join the group. Do all the stuff. Join Patreon. Yeah, join Patreon.
Tell a friend.
Also, I'm on Cameo, so you guys could also book cameos for me. I do, as usual, I do weddings, funerals,
divorces, right?
Divorces, a lot of divorces. So
communions,
mostly communions. Actually, now that I think about it, a lot of baptisms, as
a lot of reconciliation.
If your kid is making reconciliation, what do they want more than to hear from me?
They can confess to Tracey.
They can confess. Also, give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on iTunes and let us know what you love about the podcast. We absolutely love you. We love every single listener on here. We have stickers for sale. We have magnets for sale. Check everything out on our social media and we'll see you next week. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.